Namaste and hip hop hooray. What's going on, boys and girls from across the world? mikeYbudd here, and in today's yoga class, I just want to give you guys some tips, tricks, and a little lesson on how you can alleviate stress and anxiety. Whenever you're ready to get started, go ahead and turn off all distractions, anything that's just not going to serve you right now. Take a nice, easy, relaxed seat on your yoga mat. I'll give you a second to get there, alright? Okay, cool. 3, 2, alright, hopefully you're there. No pressure though, right? This is all about relieving stress, not about adding it on. So don't put any more pressure than you need to on yourself. Right now we're easy, chilling, relaxed. And maybe if it's not too corny, the eyes start to close. And I want you to just focus on your breathing before we even begin. Deep inhales through the nose and then out through the mouth. Again, deep breath in and out. And just start to pay attention to your belly while you're breathing. On the inhales, belly becomes bigger. And then exhale like a balloon losing air. Belly gets smaller. Try 4 more breaths just like that. Relax your temple and your forehead, your sinuses. And on the next inhale, try to exaggerate a yawn if you can. Exhale. I'm not trying to put you out of bed, but I can't take you on. Good. And then with your lower mandible, the lower part of your jaw, just make some easy circles with it, alright? You don't have to be exaggerated, you don't have to force it. Just give some motion to the jaw. And again, just like a lion, big roar, open the mouth. Let it out. Keep it relaxed. Maybe if your eyes are still closed, keep them that way until we're on the next pose. You're going to start to roll the head around in circles. Big inhales looking up. Exhale down. Good. To the other direction. Good. And then you're going to come to a neutral spine. Looking straight ahead, chin parallel to the floor. Gently start to roll the shoulders forward. And just lightly keeping your hands on your knees. Don't grip them tightly. Relax the fingers and reverse. Inhale, shoulders shrug up. Exhale down. Just relax the body for a second. Take a breath. Good. Then you're going to bring your left hand behind your back, right ear to right shoulder. And think about dropping the opposite shoulder too. So we're trying to get really big separation between our head and our trap muscle here. Okay. And to the other side. Again, just gently bringing the head. We don't want to force anything in yoga. We let it all happen organically. Right shoulder starts to drop. And then come back to the center. We're going to lock both fingers behind the back. Try to lift the arms as far as we can from the floor. And if you want to stay here, great. If you want to take it down to a forward bend, forehead to the ground. Good. Sit up nice and tall if you weren't. Deep inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, circle down. Good. Big inhale, reach the arms up high again. And then left arm on top of the right, eagle arms. So as you're pressing your hands together, try to press the forearms a little bit too. Keep the elbows up, arms out of the face. And change sides. Shoulders relaxed. Good. Then big inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. We're going to go into a child's pose. So, knees apart, toes together. Separate as wide as you can. Push the hands forward as the hips come back. Take some deep breaths while you're here. Good, and then we're going to come onto all fours, tabletop position, hands and knees. We'll do a couple cat-cows here just to warm up the spine. Big inhale, drop the belly, look up. And then exhale around the spine. Good, do that for me 4 more times. Big inhale, look up. Big exhale back. Flat back, neutral spine. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees up, and then pull to our first downward dog. Stretching out the hamstrings. You can bend one knee, then the other. Try to pull the heel to the ground. But again, if it's not touching right away, don't stress about it. Let that happen later on. Let it happen organically. And then looking up to the hands, we're going to walk or jump, forward bend. As soon as you get there, lock the fingers behind your back, bring it up and over the head again. Good, and then you're going to bend your right knee a lot, straighten the left leg. And switch. Keep trying to pull those hands over. See if you can kiss the palms together too. A little bend in both knees and then hands to the ground. Slowly starting to roll up one backbone at a time. Head and shoulders are the last thing up. Good. And we'll just stay here for a moment, feeling the 4 corners of our feet ground into the mat. And very gently, I almost want you to pretend that your feet are trying to slide out, like they're trying to slide off the yoga mat, but you're not really going to. Just kind of simulate that for me so you feel a little bit more grounded. Take a big inhale, reach the arms up. Cactus arms, relax the body as you pull the shoulder blades in. Inhale, bring it up high. And into an easy chair pose. Knees are behind the toes. Try to keep the back straight. We're just here for 3 breaths. And down to the ground, forward bend. Inhale halfway up. And down. Again, halfway. And all the way down. Again, halfway, so just a flat back, midline with your belly button, and then exhale, plank. We're going to step the feet back, shoulders are on top of the wrists. Now, if you guys want to turn this into a vinyasa flow, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, there's no obligation. But we are, for the first one, going to lower down to our knees, all the way to our tummies for a baby cobra. Fingertips gently lift us up. And then exhale back to down dog. Good. Raise your right leg up. You're going to open up the hip. Try not to dump into your left shoulder though. Good. Then come back to the center. Step the foot between the hands. Nice, easy, low lunge. I'm going to drop the knee down. Arms come up high. Good. Take 3 long inhales, 3 long exhales. Good. Then I want you to put your hands on top of the front thigh. And you're not going to force that knee over, but you're going to try to push it so that your arms can become straight. Your back is straight. Again, chin parallel to the floor, and we're trying to just increase the slant of that back thigh. So again, without forcing the knee to go forward, we're just trying to push ourselves back. This is a good psoas stretch. If you guys aren't familiar with that muscle, I definitely recommend you looking it up. It's definitely a lot of places where, it's definitely one of the biggest muscles where we hold stress. From here, we're gonna lower down the hands, slide the foot back. Again, I said if you guys want to go straight to down dog, or if you're into vinyasa, let's go back to bhujangasana, cobra pose, big inhale. Exhale, down dog. Woo. Good. Then let's lift up the left leg, open up that bad boy. From here, knees to the nose. Stepping down, low lunge. So bring the arms up high, you got 5 breaths here. And hands on to the front thigh. Again, try to increase your slant very naturally over the next 4 breaths. Double checking to make sure my toes aren't going off in the left field, because that happens sometimes. Always want you guys to double check the back just to make sure it is still in line, foot to knee. Let's go one more inhale. And then exhale, cobra to down dog. Look up to your hands. You can walk or jump. If you are walking, just be conscious of which foot's stepping up first all the time, all right? Halfway. And down. Good. Bend the knees, reach up high, stand tall as you go up. Big in, exhale, cactus arms. Good. Reach up again. And then sitting low, chair pose. Now from here, we're gonna go eagle pose. So I want you to wrap the left knee over the right knee, almost like you're trying to sit cross-legged. Now if your balance is a little off, you could use a kickstand like I'm doing, or if you're capable of doing the full wrap, left foot comes behind the right Achilles, as I look wobbly as hell here right now. But like I said, if you're off balance, use that kickstand. Then the right arm is gonna go over the left. So think opposite elbows to opposite legs. Left over right leg, right over left arm. And if you start to get lower, just keep the back straight, knees behind the toes, feel it in your hips. Good, then we're gonna slowly step back to warrior 1. If you wanna catch a warrior 3 between, do what empowers you, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, all right? As soon as you're there, I need you to chill for a second. Make sure that the back foot is flat and diagonal. Front knee and toes face the same direction. We're looking good here. You guys are looking good too, all right? Good. Lock the fingers behind the back. Big inhale, looking up. And then exhale all the way down to humble warrior. Right shoulder on the inside of the right knee. And if you guys want to scooch out a little bit wider, you can. Now you may notice if your butt's starting to face the side, like mine's facing the camera right now, I don't want you to do that. I want you to actually think about it facing the back wall. So if you need to, pull your right butt cheek back a little bit more. Let's go for 3, 2, and then hands are gonna come down, back toes, back heel up. And then we jump forward into a yoga squat. Now, I'm in a deep, deep squat, but if you guys want to go up halfway, that's okay. If you want to get the hands out, you can engage the core more that way. But either way, we're in a squat for 3, 2, and we stand up. Hands to the heart, heels to the hips. And we just find a little bit of gratitude in the moment. Just being thankful that we're here, we found stillness. Awesome. Let's go to the other side. So first, I want you to big inhale, reach up. Cactus arm, the hands come up high. And we're down in the chair pose again. Don't worry, it's your last chair pose. From here, right over left, and then arms. Exactly, left over right, bro, you got it. Eagle pose, try to see if you can go a little bit lower. Elbows high though. Fantastic. When you're ready, warrior 1. We'll double check, just make sure that foot's flat. Everything's looking good. 5 deep breaths here. Good, lock the fingers behind your back. Humble warriors, look up first, and then bow down. Ooh, almost lost my balance there. Try not to restrict your breathing. Make sure you're still inhaling and exhaling just like when we started. Belly out, belly in. Good, then we'll take it to the runner's lunge again. A few breaths here. And we'll step it up to yoga squat. Three deep breaths before we go back to down dog. But of course, if you guys want to work on your crow pose, crows, hands down, heels up, knees into one backbone at a time. And I want you to be looking forward while you do it, okay? Try to keep the abs engaged. That's what's helping you stay in the middle. We're in our positions for 3, 2, downward dog, or cobra to down dog. Good. Raise the right leg up. Open up the hip. If you guys want to draw some circles with your knee, if that feels good, go for it. Just make sure you're not dumping into that left shoulder again. Good. Come back to the center. Warrior 1. Good. Into warrior 2. So warrior 2, make sure that your front heel's matched up with your back inner arch, almost like you're standing on one solid line with both feet. Shoulders are relaxed. And then we're going to straighten the front leg, reverse the warrior into triangle pose. So reach out as much as you can first. When you can't reach anymore, that's your signal to go down. If you guys got a block, I don't want you guys to ever think that using one means that you're less of a yogi or that you're a beginner. A lot of it could be body proportions. You guys got to remember that sometimes one's arm might be shorter than another person's leg. One's reach might be a little bit longer. So the blocks are really there as like an anatomical asset. Don't think of it as like, a handicap in life. Yeah, from here, we're going into half moon pose. So that straight legs in a bend. Take your block with your hand about a foot in front of you and try to to stay as light as you can on the right hand, all right? Your back foot, back leg is stiff as a board. It's almost like you're doing a big Bruce Lee kick. If you want to get really spiritual, you can bring that right hand away, maybe grab the left foot, but either way, you're in half moon for the next 3 breaths. Stay in it. And warrior 2, start to bend the knee first, land softly like a kitty cat. Big hand reverse, and then windmill the arms down. I'm gonna skip this one going to the cobra down dog, but you guys do what you got to do, all right? We'll meet back here in 3 breaths. The left leg goes up, open up this side, maybe circle the knees around. Good, and then hauling it in. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. So remember, you got that fishing line I told you how to stand on. Just make sure that the knee and toes aren't going in different directions. Everything faces the same way. Back toes facing y'all at home there. So whenever you're in Warrior 2, think about it like this. Your feet are basically a capital T. Bottom of the T, top of the T. Hope that makes sense. From here, we'll straighten the front leg, take a quick reverse. And then triangle pose. Don't just collapse down in the triangle, right? We want to reach to the front wall as much as we can, because you guys will notice the more you reach before you even go down, you're going to feel it in your hamstrings. As soon as you've got the breaking point, that's your cue to just stay where you are. So ideally, your spine could either be maybe a little slanted up or parallel to the floor, but never all the way down here. You also don't want your shoulders facing down either. Try to imagine yourself up against the wall. Gaze can either be up or down depending on how comfortable your neck is. Let's take 2 more breaths before we jump. And leap of faith into half moon. Bada bing, bada boom. So again, you're thinking stiff as a board. Standing leg, up leg, breathe and relax. And hey, if you guys fall, just laugh about it. Be like, yeah, shit, that was funny, man. Whatever you did on one side, do it to the other, whether that was a foot grab or a hand lift. We'll go 3 breaths into Warrior 2. Warrior 2. Good. Reverse it. And then all the way down again. I'm just going to hit that down dog, but y'all feel what you need. Looking up to the top, step or jump, forward bend. Halfway. And down. All the way up, reach high. Cactus arm. Good. Hands high to the sky. Grab a hold of your fingers, except the indexes, point them up, and take a little pull to the right. A little pull to the left. Back to the center. And chair pose. Oh, Mikey, you asshole. You said we weren't going to do another one. I know, but this is going to be so good, all right? We're going to flow now. So I want you to go eagle pose, left over right. 3 breaths here. Assume the eagle. Maybe Warrior 3, but Warrior 1's the position we're going into. Warrior 2. Reverse triangle. Triangle pose. half moon. Good, now let's add on from the half moon. We're gonna start to bend that standing knee first. Start to bend it, and then safely turn the hips into standing split. Both hands on the ground. Back leg's gonna come up even higher than it just was. And our hips are squared to the floor. Hold it here for 3, 2, and feet together. Halfway up, and down. Chair pose. Oh, I know. Y'all can hate me later for this, okay? Let's go eagle, right over left. Left over right. 3, 2, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse triangle. Triangle. Half moon. Okay, now remember what I taught you. Bend the knee first. Safely come down, standing split. 3. Try to point those back toes, the ones that are in the air, towards the floor. All right, you'll notice more in the hamstrings. And feet together. Good. Halfway. And down. All the way up. Reach high. Cactus arms. Good. Hands up. And to your hearts. Alright guys, if you're down for it, I want to try that last flow we just did. One breath, one movement, and a continuous flow. So when you're ready, these, I promise you, are your last 2 chair poses. Now all I'm going to do is say the pose. Your responsibility is just flow into it. So when you're ready, big inhale, reach up. Cactus arm. Chair pose. Starting left over right, eagle. Warrior 3. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Triangle pose. Half moon. Standing split. Feet together. Halfway. Down. All the way up. Cactus. Hands up. Chair. Eagle, right over left, left over right. Warrior 3. Warrior 1. 2. Smile, guys, you're doing yoga. Triangle. Half moon. Standing split. And feet together. Halfway up. And down. Halfway. And down. Chair pose. Mikey, what the hell, man? I'm about to unsubscribe from your lying ass. I'm just kidding, guys. We're going to go a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Sit on your booty. Come into boat pose, Navasana. So we're on our sit bones. Feet are up. Maybe the hands are behind the knees, especially if we just did an ab workout. But if not, I want you guys to stay with me here for 5. Maybe straight legs. 4, 3, 2, and all the way down to the ground. Hug your knees in. Hey, very nice, guys. So, just so you have an idea of what we did, I wanted to take out tension from the hips and the shoulders especially, and that's what the eagle pose is really good for, but also the half moon with balancing. So I hope you guys do feel some alleviation as far as your upper and lower body go from now. Let's go ahead and put the feet together, knees apart. And just to get our hearts jumping a little bit, let's do one quick set of abs, all right? One exercise, butterfly crunches for 30 seconds. Hands behind the head, elbows so wide you can't see them. Eyes are looking up, not crunching forward, crunching up. Ready, set, go. Last 20. Big exhales on those ups, guys. Don't be afraid. This is a judgment-free zone. I want to hear these last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, easy. Head down, relax. Good. Reach the arms back and stretch. Drop your knees left and then over to the right. Come back to the center. Let's do a bridge pose. So feet are directly under the knees. Hands are close enough we can touch our Achilles. And we're just gonna press the hips up as we lock the fingers behind us. Take 4 relaxing breaths. Slowly from top to bottom, come all the way down, one backbone at a time. You're gonna rock your knees side to side. If that feels good, if your back feels a little sensitive with it, maybe just chill in the butterfly for a bit again. 2 breaths. Good, and then we're gonna do another bridge pose, but I wanna offer you something else. Remember that block we used earlier? If you guys want to, slide the block either at the lowest level or the mid level. If you can handle the top level, go for it. But for me, I'm going to use the mid level, tier 2 as I like to call it with my students. And we're going to put that under the sacrum, which is just the flat triangular part of your low back. You'll have to forgive my anatomical terms, but it's the one that's directly, kind of like above your butt crack, right? Now try not to move your head side to side like I just was, because it's very, very sensitive for your cervical spine, in other words, your neck. And we just took out the stress there, so there's no reason to bring it all back. And if you're in bridge like this, you can extend the legs out, again, if that feels good. Let's stay here for 3 long inhales. 2 long exhales. Good. So now what I want you to do is I want you to secure that block. And some of my students actually like to even lower it back to the first level just because it's more secure that way. But you're going to secure it with your hands and kind of wedge it up a little bit further than lower it down just a little bit more to, down the butt, so that you can lift up one leg into the air at a time, and then use the block to wedge you so that it's almost effortless to just keep your feet up there. And once your legs are up, it should feel exactly like that, just like you're not even trying to keep them up. They could stay there forever. And we just won't be here for about, let's give it a minute. Palms are facing up, keep it nice and relaxed in your face. Remember that jaw too, so don't grind your teeth. Awesome. Let's just roll the ankles around in the direction. So one thing I forgot to mention, guys, if you don't have a block, you can certainly do this pose later by just putting your legs up on the wall. If you're missing out right now, I do apologize, but feel free to throw like a pillow or a bolster under there too. Again, it's whatever you really can just to keep your legs up in the air effortlessly. So now we're back in that bridge. And since we're using the block underneath, or if you guys can grab a pillow, I want you to keep using it because I have some good ideas of what we're gonna do here, all right? So left leg's gonna go out and we're gonna pull the right knee in as tight as we can. Now, no matter how close that knee comes in, try your best to keep the opposite leg on the ground at all times. Here for 4, 3, 2, and switch legs very calmly to the other side. Try to keep your neck and head down and relax too. Good, and finally we're going to remove that block. Slowly lowering down top to bottom. Happy baby, grab the feet. And just rock your baby side to side. Excellent. So now you're going to place the right ankle on top of the left knee, figure 4. And we'll go ahead. Hold this posture for about 5, actually let's do 10 breaths, okay? So make them slow, make them controlled. Five more, easy like a Sunday morning. And change sides once you feel ready. If one side is tighter than the other, spend a little bit longer on it, alright? I want you to definitely be conscious about that. My left side is a lot tighter than the right after one too many skateboard falls. So I'm going to spend an extra couple breaths here, but once you guys got your 10, you can just unfold and relax. Let's take the last one. And then release it, put one hand on top of each knee, and then big circles connecting the knees and separating, going out and in, other direction. And I want you to bring the right leg up as much as you can, left leg straight out. Again, the leg doesn't have to be completely straight. We just want to feel the hamstrings getting engaged. And then from here, slowly change sides. Bring the other knee in and then straight leg up. shaking right now. Easy, go ahead and lower that one down. A couple more stretches, guys. If we have that block still, here's what I want you to do with it. I want you to take it, and you could either put it horizontal so that when you come down, your shoulder blades are on top of it, and your head is coming down like so. Or if you want to turn it vertical, you're gonna have to do that on tier 2. You're gonna put it right into the mid-upper back. Again, so your head drops. This is called fish pose. So either way, your head is kind of dangling. Maybe you have 2 blocks actually. That way one can rest right into the back of the head. But there should be no pain here. And if there is, you may want to scoot your block down a little bit more. And you may want to consider putting a second block as a pillow for your head when it comes down. Okay. Once we're in the fish, we're going to stay here. Press ourselves up, remove the blocks so we're sitting up nice and tall. Big inhale, reach high, and then forward bend. So don't just jack yourself down to your feet, alright? Your back's not going to like that very much. You got to sit up tall first, keep lots of bend in the knees like I'm doing, and then hinge yourself, almost like you're trying to get your belly button onto your thighs. Hinge yourself, and then you can grab whatever's accessible. See if you get yourself a little bit lower. Maybe hands underneath the ankles. And then rise up slowly. And then come down as calmly as you can all the way to the ground into our final Shavasana, where we will just lie and be still and enjoy the therapy of doing absolutely nothing. Gently start to reset. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms back and stretch. Drop the knees over to the left side as you look right. And to the other side. From here, you're going to roll completely over to your right side and then press yourself up into a seated position. Maybe the eyes are still closed, maybe not. But regardless, try to stay as peaceful as you possibly can. The face relaxed. And keep your hands on your knees facing down. Just showing that we're grounded. We're willing to take on any challenges that the earth, God, or our neighbors, our kids, whoever might bring upon us. Either way, we won't let the stress get to us. And we sure as shoot won't show no panic. Put a little smile on your face so you can make this world a better place. And hands to the heart like we did at the start. 3 deep breaths. Gently start to rub the palms together. And then cover the eyes. Take a deep breath in one more time. My friends, as always, thank you for your happiness, strength, and health. Appreciate, respect, and love yourself. Namaste. My friends, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope that it did alleviate some stress for you. If you got any questions, anything I can answer, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, pass it on to your friends. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Namaste.